Fearless Disease.
Trump is set to announce a $12 billion farm aid package today. The White House says the money will help farmers who have struggled to sell crops amid rising costs. That struggle comes as Trump's tariffs on China have sparked a broader trade war. Farmers have been strong political supporters of Trump, but his trade policies have hurt the agricultural sector. The aid package is the administration's latest effort to address voter concerns about rising costs. Scripps News.
Fearless Disease fam, today we expose the truth they hate to hear. Like right now, if you are ready. As you heard, Trump rolls out $20 billion aid for farmers amid China snapping up 840K tons of soybeans. As you see, they're going to call it out right now. We'll see. It will hear more hate, going towards Trump. No matter what he does, nothing's ever good. Let's continue to hear what they have to say before we give our opinion on it.
Deputy Political Director Joe St. George joins us now live from Capitol Hill. All right, Joe, let's just talk about first that news that the president's looking to lend a hand to struggling farmers. What do we know about this?
Well, this is a big deal. If you live in rural America, if you're in the agriculture sector, this is potentially massive news because it's been, by many metrics, a difficult year for the agriculture industry. And this announcement from the White House is almost an acknowledgement that the tariff policies did have a negative impact, an adverse impact on the agriculture sector, right? We don't hear a lot.
No, it really doesn't. What it's going to do is really boosting safety net for the first time in decades. Opening new exports while protecting growth from, I would say, the rise for the rise. I predicted this. You heard what I said. And again, no matter what he does, they're going to make it seem like, oh, because he's doing this right now, it makes it seem like the tariffs were a bad idea. Like he's trying to put a Band-Aid over the tariffs. So, easiest prediction. First time even hearing this video.
Lot of admitting of that from the White House. You often hear about how great tariffs have been for the economy, how much money they're coming in, but this is an acknowledgement that this has hit America's farmers, particularly soybean farmers, especially hard. Let's dissect that a little bit. What did China do in response to the trade war throughout much of 2025? They basically boycotted American soybeans. And that was a massive problem for soybean farmers in the country because that's where the vast majority of exports that leave the U.S. travel. China's the #1 soybean buyer of American soybeans typically in a calendar year, and they basically shut it all off because of the ongoing trade war. That resulted in major frustration for soybean farmers. I interviewed one soybean farmer earlier this year for a story we did who said that
I don't care about the one that he interviewed. There's plenty of them. See, this is the problem. When you put on tariffs, once again, we want to be able to tax people that want to be able to sell to us. It makes a lot of sense. We're the biggest buyers from China when it comes to soybeans. So, of course, we're going to get hit a little bit early on whether it's going to be able to be a positive for America. But Trump, once again, said he wants to make America great. And in those details, one of the reasons why he says that because he wants to bring jobs here. He wants to be able to find an industry where we sell our own soybeans, create our own. We have plenty of land here where we'll be able to cultivate our own soybeans. So, of course, other people are going to be upset. Other countries are going to be try to create certain guidelines and certain problems for us because we want to be able to shift the world a little bit when it comes to importing other people's supplies, which is soybeans from China. It was going to happen. But it takes time for a shift. It takes time for America to actually stand up on their own, too, and create all these exports that we keep on trying to buy from other countries.
We're just in storage, soybeans with no buyers picking them up. Now, there was that announcement, if you recall, between the U.S. and China a few weeks back, helped smooth over tensions, in which China has agreed to start buying soybeans again. But at last check, it's not like they have gotten to the level of 100% of what they're usually buying. It's 20% or so. So this is a massive acknowledgement. I just want to share some facts when it comes to the harvest this year. The crop prices have remained low after harvesting the largest crop on record this fall. That's according to the Wall Street Journal. Farm bankruptcies rose by as much as 60% in the first half of this year compared to 2024. So for farmers, this is welcome news. And we should note, right, this is a voting block of President Trump. If you go and look and dissect the data, President Trump did really well in rural America and agriculture communities. So this is helping out a core constituency of his. We'll wait more from the details. The president's expecting.
Makes sense. I mean, the numbers are gonna hit. There's no way around that. But it takes time. Just like I said, there's no way around it. For my predictions, I really think that China hits at least 12 million tons by the year, and farm economy will boom. It will, but it may go to inflation ticks if tariffs really return. And we only got a few weeks left in December. We'll see how the rest of Q4 goes, but I think that number's gonna most likely hit. But it's okay. Tariffs are gonna work by the end of his presidency, and it's gonna show a lot of Democrats that it was a great move for the American people. Smash that like, tap the next video, it's gonna be on the screen. Subscribe, hit that bell, the Cash App, FearlessDisease is always in the description if you want to support the movement. I'll see you on the next one. Stay rich and stay fearless.